Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Naresh and today we are going to learn two methods of highlighting text in After Effects. Not only that, I'm going to demonstrate how to recreate this effect where text is getting highlighted and rest of the text is getting blurry. So without wasting any time, let's jump into it. I have these two images that I am going to use. One is for the background and the other one is the news cutout PNG file. As usual, you download it along with the project file from the link in the description. Alright, so in my last tutorial, I have demonstrated how to make this kind of news cutting in Photoshop. You can watch it and learn it. So this is paper tear PNG file and the text layers. Okay, let's start the new project by creating new composition. Let's call it main. Add the background image you want to use and fit it into the composition. You can also reduce the transparency if you want. Now add this news PNG file and adjust its size. Now let's animate its position. Move your playhead to here, press P on the keyboard for position and add the keyframe to position. Add another keyframe here and move the image out of the screen. Of course, you can add all those easy ease moves using the F9 key on the keyboard and play with the speed graph for this animation. Okay, so now this animation is ready. We can highlight the text. So somewhere here we can highlight our text. We can highlight text in two different ways. First using a pen tool with trim path animation and second using a round rectangle and animating its scale. Let's first use the pen tool to highlight the text by creating a stroke. It's important to remember here that while using the pen tool to create stroke, select fill to none and select stroke size and color as per your need. Now without selecting any layers, you can draw a line using a pen tool. You can increase or decrease the stroke sizes from here. Do the same for the rest of the lines or text you want to highlight. I should have kept more gaps between the lines while preparing it in Photoshop. Anyway, select all these layers and change the blending mode to multiply. If this option is not visible, you can click here at toggle switches mode. Another important thing is while highlighting text on real paper, the ink will have kind of spread effect and have rough edges. Yes, we can create it using effects called Roughen edges from effects and presets. Select and drop it over here in this layer and play with its settings. So now you can check it before and this is after. Then you can copy and paste this effect to the rest of the layers, just like that. Now we have this highlight part ready, we can animate it using the trim path. So select this layer, click on add and choose trim paths from here. Go to trim path, add keyframe to end and change the value to 0. Go to your desired frame to end the animation and change it back to 100. Do the same for the other two shape layers. Press U to see all the keyframes and you can change the timing if you want by moving the keyframes apart. That is all for the first method. Now for the second method, just hide these two layers from here using the Side Layer option. Now select this rounded rectangle to highlight the text, keeping in the mind that fill option is solid and stroke to 0. You can choose color whatever you want. Now draw a rectangle on the text you want to highlight. Select rectangle, then this rectangle path to change the roundness to 5. Draw the rest of the rectangle over the text you want to highlight and change the roundness to 5. Remember not to select layer while drawing a rectangle. Now how to animate this rectangle so that creating a text highlighting effect. It is very simple. Select the shape layer and press Y on the keyboard, or from here select this pen behind tool and change the anchor point to here at the beginning, just like that. Let me zoom it to show you. So you have to drag this anchor point to place it here. If it is not visible, isolate the layer and you will be able to see it and just do this. Do this for the rest of the layers. Select this first layer, Press S on the keyboard for scale and add keyframe to scale. Unlink the scale proportions and add a value of 0 to first value. Move your playhead to desired timing and change it back to 100. Do the same for the rest of the layers. Change the blending mode to multiply, and you can also add Roughen edges effect. I just forgot to switch off the previous layers, so let's do that. Alright, so now our text highlighting effect is ready using a rounded rectangle. So by using these two methods, you can highlight this text and add roughen edges to make it more realistic. Now we don't need this. And now it's time for the bonus part. So it is getting animated and then the text is highlighted while zooming and the rest of the text gets blurred. Select these 4 layers without the background image and pre-compose it. Duplicate this pre-comp. So what we are going to do? We will mask the text that is getting highlighted and then add blur to the layer below it. Let's do that. So select this pre-comp topmost and draw a mask around this text we have highlighted. When I switch off this layer, you can see the mask part. On this bottom layer, we are adding Gaussian blur and we will animate its blur value. So here at this point, add a keyframe to blur and move this keyframe where the text highlight is ending and change it to 8 or 9. It is also zooming while animation, so let's do that. Select both the composition and press S on the keyboard for scale. Add keyframe to scale and then move your playhead forward and bump the value. We can also add wiggle effect to this animation. For that, pre-compose both the pre-comp and hit P for position. Keep holding the Alt or Option key and click on the position stopwatch to open the expression window. Type wiggle and add value of 1 and 5 and it's done. You can also add a motion blur effect. Now select a new layer and add new white solid and add fractal noise from the effects and presets. Apply these settings. Change this blending mode to exclusion and for the solid layer, change the blending mode to add. Click on the evolution option and click on this random seed by keep holding the Alt or Option key and add time multiplied by 10 to the expression windows below. Duplicate the solid and add an invert effect from effects and preset. Change the blending mode to multiply. Change the expression to time multiplied by 10 plus 20 here. So this is how you can highlight text using 2 methods in After Effects. So see you in the next one really very soon. Till then, keep practicing. Bye bye.